The country's growing household debt has set off alarm bells at home and abroad. Further fueling concerns, Korea's central bank's pointing out that the debt figure is likely to maintain its upward growth trend. Our Shin Se-min has the worrisome details.
Korea's central bank says the country's household debt is growing at an alarming pace. In a report submitted to the parliament on Tuesday, the Bank of Korea said the growth of private debt in Korea is far outpacing the growth of the real economy. And considering the speed of growth, the central bank thinks the trend will likely continue for some time. The BOK said in October that bank's outstanding household debt stood at $603 billion in September, an increase of more than $5 billion from the month before. It was the second largest growth number among all September figures since 2008, when the central bank first began collecting the data. The amount of debt households owed to financial institutions reached $613 billion in September, up 11.8% from the year before. And as of the end of the first half of this year, that figure was over $1.1 trillion, with some local experts already predicting that it would surpass $1.13 trillion by the end of this year and $1.3 trillion by the end of next. The increase in Korea's household debt is also attracting the attention of international organizations. The Bank for International Settlements said in its report in September that Korea's household debt to GDP ratio ranked number 8 among the 42 nations surveyed. Korea's bank credit to GDP gap, a key measure of financial system's health, stood at 3.1 points, a level considered cautious by the BIS. Meanwhile, the debt figure continues to grow despite the government's efforts to rein it in. It issued lending guidelines for local banks early this year and another regulations in August. Local experts are now focused on an upcoming set of government measures expected this week, which are likely to be geared toward cooling the property market, considered the main culprit behind the country's snowballing household debt figures. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.